I don't know. It's Monday. I know the Knicks are playing, so I know that. I know it. So I'm not expecting anyone to actually show up because everyone's watching sports tonight. No, maybe not everyone is watching sports tonight. I'm not watching sports tonight, but I know it's a big game. And I respect the sports watchers. So I'm just here in case there are other non sports watchers that are not watching the game tonight. So I'm here just in case there's one or two people that are not watching the game tonight. Story, just I'm here. I just I just got here myself. Seriously, like, my clock says, like, about a minute, so, um, I'm just waiting for the people to arrive, the people to arrive, and in my country, in the United States, there is a big game going on tonight, a big sports game. So there may be a lot of people sort of doing that, right? John Figueroa, love you. I love you too, John Figueroa. Hi, how are you? Yeah. So I was just saying it may be kind of quiet tonight. I firstly, it's Monday and I worked Mondays are very, very long days for me. And so I just finished work like 45 minutes ago, not that long ago. And I come home and I'm like, okay, should I do what? And I actually considered not doing it because there is this big sporting event in the United States today. And it's supposed to draw a lot of attention. And I thought, well, what do I do with that? What do I do with that? Who of you are gonna watch me? And what time is it? What time is it? It is 7:30 in the evening. Yeah. Yeah. It's 7:30 in the evening in California. The sporting event, actually it might be well, the sporting event is in New York, which would be 10:30 right now. So it's either I don't have television. I don't have television. So I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with the Knicks game. Is anyone out there paying attention to the Knicks game? Hi, my dear. Good morning to you. Good morning, Louise. Good morning. Good morning. Is anyone having any information about the Knicks game? I really, because I don't have TV. I don't have TV. And I just got off work. So, hey, hello from Turkey. Chachi, stop talking to me out of nowhere. How can you move on? I love him. He is so perfect. Oh, darling, honey, honey. Oopsie. Uh, you basically have to just, you don't want to hear this, but I must say it. Suck it up, buttercup. Yeah, you really just have to. You just have to just be your own person. Be your own person and grow up. Damn it. Grow up. I know that sounds mean, but part of a painful breakup is growing up. You grow from it. You grow up. and it's painful. Yes, it's painful, and I'm just here to give you a little batch slap. That's a way to say it. Just wake up. Don't do it. Don't let people if they walk away, let them walk away. Let them walk away. Girl, let them walk away. If they don't want you, then wait for somebody who wants you. For God's sakes, wait for somebody who wants you. South Africa, hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Them. Mm. Okay. Well, what are the questions for today? What are the questions that people want me to answer? What would you like me to answer? Make it, keep it, keep it. I can only, with my old lady eyes, see so much. Okay, Caleb, you're got a story there, aren't ya? What is your name, sister? Miguel, my name is Cha Cha. Are you a man? Chicho, Chicho. Uh, not as far as I know. Where do I? Yeah, baby. Where do I find happiness? In my armpit. I don't know. Under the girls. Between the judge. Proof, please. You look so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Wow, you guys are coming in hot with the questions. Thank you. Thank you. Comedy villain. No, I do have a neurological disorder. So you might be mistaking some things for other things. So watch your judgment there, my friend, my friend, my friend. Hi, Chacha. It's Peaches from South Africa. I read this morning said, "Hey, good morning, South Africa. It's good to have you here." Yeah, comedy villain, no worries. You don't know me yet, so it's all okay. Things get just careful with passing judgment. That's all I'm saying. Lonnie baby, Lonnie baby, right? I'm always gonna call you my Lonnie baby. How are you, my friend? Hi, 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 hello. Yes. Have you ever dealt with grief? Honey, yes, yes. This channel is not about dealing with grief, but I think everyone who goes through life deals with grief. My goodness, it just happens to living life. If you live life, you will deal with grief. Without a doubt. I can tell you every single person in here will 100% deal with grief again and again and again and again. And I'm not wishing anything on you. I'm just telling you that is real life. Real life. And it, I'm sorry. I love the lady in red. David. Oh, wait. Did I see Tomcat? Ah. Tomcat. Thank you. Commando. You, my sir, will not know. Look at that. Okay, okay. Can you have 7 children? I already have 22 children. So I'm quite I'm quite the thing, aren't I? I'm quite the catch, quite honestly. 22 children. Why would I not have 22 children? I'm a fish like Dory under the water. Just keeps moving. Just keeps. Does anyone remember? Like Anna. Mm, oh my goodness. Wow. Wowsy, wowsy, wowsy. We really we got some people coming in hot, 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 hot. That's okay. It's Monday. You know what? I honestly thought everyone was going to be watching sports or something. It's Monday night. What do I know? I had to work late. I had to work late. So I'm just here now. And yeah, I did wear red because I was supposed to wear red another day, maybe last week, and I probably failed to do so because I am forgetful. I am forgetful. Is there anyone else out there that maybe sometimes is a little bit forgetful? I cannot be the only person out there that forgets things. Don't tell me that. I know. Wow. Here we go. Lava lamps. Ah, actually, they're not lava lamps. They're just they're just lamps. They're just rechargeable lamps. But negative master. Yeah. I wish they were lava lamps. Wow, it would be cool, wouldn't it? I would love to have it. My favorite position. But above ground. Ay, people and the and the questions are good, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. David, I had so much fishing today. I caught something, but it broke out. It's because when you fish in the surf, it's much more, it's very difficult to fish in the surf. That's all I'm saying. Question. What do we think that the young people of today don't understand? Like maybe you know, younger people today, what do they not understand? That's my question for the start of things right now. It's like, what do they not understand? Great looking. How do you get paired? Illusion 99. Thank you. Where are you from? California, my friend. I haven't anything. Well, what? I want the answer though. I need the answer. The young people of today, what do they not get? What do they not understand about like our life? Wait, thank you for all the little likey things. What do they not understand about what's going on today? What do they need to know? What do the younger people today need to know? Does anyone have an answer for that? Is it just me that wonders? Like, because they need to take over, right? Don't they? Don't they? I don't even know. Maybe I should sit on my pillow and shut up. Oh, 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 excuse me. Oh, oh, okay, there we go. Ah, okay. No, a pillow under my booty, 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 booty. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They need to know what it's like not to have instant gratification. Ooh, Fernando. Hot take from Fernando. Wow. They need to know what it's like to not have instant gratification. I agree with you. I agree with you, Fernando. I agree with you. Omar is crazy for you. I didn't see what Omar said. What's a simple thing that never fails to bring you joy? Ah, I'm still curious about Tomcat. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But I'm curious. I mean, that was a good one. That was really, 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 really instant gratification. Dang. Dang, Fernando. Does anyone agree with that? That young people today just are like instant gratification. And is that the way it is? Do you agree? Do you agree that that's the way young people are today? I I think a lot of them are. I don't know. I'm Muslim and I don't like those who are active in it. Active in what, my dear Omar? Active in it. Active in what? A mud puddle, a pig puddle, the rain. Active in what? Active in aerobics? Active in yoga? Active in church? What? What? You don't like those who are active in that? Sounds a bit judgy, but you know what? Omar, you be you. You be you. Thank you, Fernando. Thank you, Fernando. Tomcat. What's it that never feels being enjoyed? Um, Seeing my children. Quick answer on that, Tomcat. Never fails. Or on my phone, seeing their, text or a phone or message or something like that. Yeah, sure. I stand up and spin around. Roadrunner. Oh, you're so clever. You are so clever. I am like the Roadrunner. I just did a spin around. And you just didn't see it because I'm like the Roadrunner. I am. What is it that you're curious about, Roadrunner? You just, yeah. Why are you curious about me? LOL. Tomcat. Am I curious about you? I, uh, I might have asked a question, but you don't have to answer it. You never have to answer a question. Absolutely not. I don't mean to pry into your personal life. Absolutely not. Sorry about that. Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to. Ivan, these kids need to know what it is like to earn a living. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, they need to know what it's like to earn a living and to have to get up every day, right? And drive to their job and go do their thing and save their money and all that stuff. They complain, they just complain and whine. So many of them complain and whine. My children do. I'm a, well, not usually. No, they're hard workers. I'll say that. They're hard workers. But they see their mother work hard, so a heroic mechanic who ran to open a pulled pork stand. I don't think that's gonna go over well, but I don't know. What the heck? I shouldn't have even read that out loud. Fernando, how can you tell a tourist when you see one? Um, I can't always tell a tourist. I can't always tell a tourist. Some of them are very clear, clear, clear to see, um, because they don't dress like local people, or they don't talk like local people. I mean, meaning they might have an accent or be from another country or be asking directions to the hostel, or, there's a lot of ways you can tell a tourist. You can't always tell a tourist. Not always. I love answering questions. Fire away. Well, I think didn't you just say something about why am I curious? I don't wanna, you know, I'm not gonna get in anyone's business. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here because if people want to ask me questions, and I'm here putting myself out there, but I don't want my moderators to feel like they have they have to expose themselves and their lives or anything like that. Not at all. Not at all. And I want you here because I like you. Firstly, firstly, I like you. Probably why I made you moderator. That's why I make people moderators. Maybe if they carry lots of cameras. Um, Actually, people don't usually carry cameras. They just have their phone nowadays, right? You know, some from certain countries do still wear the cameras with the big strap and the big camera in front of them. You do still see that. And you do still see people like at the beach with socks and shoes on, which really isn't a local thing. I mean, there's sort of an attire that is, sort of basic for local people. It sounds very judgy, and I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that, Jason. Jason, Lola Cha Cha, as Ric Flair would say. Joel, hi Joel, how are you? Rogue Mechanic, YouTube Live Moderation Nation. Uh, I think so, Heroic Mechanic. You know, um, you're funny. It is important to have a certain number of moderators, you know? It's nice to meet you. Did you like it? Moderation is, moderator moderators serve a purpose, like a number of purposes, right? They're sort of there to keep the craziness at bay. Whether it works or not, I don't know. They don't really need to do anything. And that's true, heroic mechanic. What I'm telling you is like, I don't need my moderators to actually do anything. Like, unless I ask them to like time people out or do something like that. I would have like 5 cameras if I came there. All you need is your phone, David. Come on now. Come on now. You got pink underwear on. No, I don't. Ronnie Belore, I do not. Um, so the last thing I'm gonna say about the moderation is like, yes, it's important. It's nice to have them there. Just seeing the blue names, I think it kind of settles down the crazy, even if they don't have to really. I don't ask them to do much of anything, but it makes people. It makes me feel like I've got people that are nearby that are kind of looking out for me, maybe. A GoPro on my phone and my Canon. Well, that's probably way more than you need. You have a picture of yourself when you were 25, 30. LOL, De Silva. Yes, as a matter of fact, I have a lot of pictures of myself from those years. Plenty. I got back in those days, we used to have photo albums and stuff. Yeah, I have a lot of pictures from those days. Jason, I went through lives about 5 hours ago, and all I could say is we were in deep trouble with all the politics out there. Because are they doing it like on stream, Jason? I remember seeing, excuse me, I remember seeing there were a couple of people that I watched. Um, excuse me. Uh, maybe, I don't know, last summer or something like that. And they were actually smoking on live stream. And I was like, wow, YouTube is allowing that. That's and I've since seen the same streamers and they aren't doing it on camera anymore. Like they'll go boop a doop a doop a doop a doop and they'll walk over there or they'll go, hold on, I'll be right back. And then they come back. So I don't know if that's changed or whatever, but it is kind of like, oh, but is that earlier in the day then you're saying, uh, 5 hours ago. Okay, Jason, so 5 hours ago, it's almost 8, so that would have been at 3 in the afternoon here in California. So interesting. I was still at work. That would be 6 o'clock on the East Coast and somewhere in between 3 and 6, anywhere in the United States. And there are a lot more and more states that have legal cannabis. I don't partake, but I know plenty of people who do. Um, that's what you need, a GoPro. Wait, what? Why do I need a GoPro? Wait, do you like your room cold at night when you sleep? Um, I like it cool. I during this time of year, see, I've got a fan on me right now. You can probably see my little foofies are like foofing around. I got a fan on me. Cause I live in an apartment and the air stagnates. So air moving. I will open the windows. I have them closed right now because I'm doing a live stream and I don't want my neighbors to hear me, quite honestly. But prior and after to that, I will open the windows and I will keep a fan on me. I live close enough to the beach that that's usually enough. But I mean, cold, like during the winter, yeah, it'll be cold. I like it cold. Yeah, okay, there you go. Answered. I think I answered it. I think I like the room cold, but not like freezing. Yes, they are, Jason. Oh, like on this is my question. Are they still doing it like on stream, like like on stream? I'm not, but that's what it sounds like. That's what it looks like. Like I've seen it enough times in my life. Just saying, you can put a GoPro under the water. It's so cool to see a little fish swimming. I know it is cool. But that would mean I would have to be going swimming in the ocean a lot, which I don't swim in the ocean. Um, a whole ton of things. Not that often. Um, Sometimes in the summer, certainly not in the winter. I'm not a surfer, so lives in the city. Mr. Trug, hi, Mr. Trug, lives in the city. Who lives in the city? Joel Machado. Have there ever been any sharks spotted in the bay? Um, Not in the bay. I mean, not in Mission Bay. San Diego Bay. I've never heard of it, of sharks being spotted. There have been sharks. I have heard or seen also people who fly their drones along the coast, and there are a couple of surf channels that I follow here on YouTube, and they run their drones along the coast, and if they get up high enough, they can really see a pretty awesome view of below. Like they're there to like watch the surfers, but they can see below the surfers. And certainly along the coast, there are sharks, and there are sharks that are small sharks, sharks that are like 3 feet long, leopard sharks, nurse shark, little sharks. They're not gonna hurt people. If you're thinking about like great white sharks, I haven't seen a drone picture or like video of those kinds of sharks. But there are sharks out there, but just not sharks that are necessarily gonna hurt anyone. You know what I'm saying? Kelly, hi there. I like cold and big fluffy Miami too. Is it humid over there? De Silva. Um, no. Well, I mean, yeah, there's a humidity level, but it's not like the East Coast of the United States. The East Coast of the United States gets really sticky and wet and really, really humid. We have a humidity level, absolutely, because we are at the coast. Um, but it's not like horribly uncomfortable. I mean, it's not that much. It's San Diego is what I've always called it is baby bear weather. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right. it's it's for me it's perfect. But that's why we paid the sunshine tax. And again, the sunshine tax is not an actual tax. That's just the higher cost of living of everything. Uh Joel Machado, hi. David, that's a great idea for the surfers to have drones overhead. Um, I don't know if the surfers do it. Maybe some of the surfers do it, but I do know that I've seen a lot of footage on YouTube where there are actual like sites. There are channels that are dedicated to they have drones and they are dedicated to just watching the surfers and like catching good surf action because the drones fly over like the surf break and kind of watch people. And so they take all this footage and then they edit it and make videos from it and stuff like that. And in the meantime, it catches, since it's drone and it's not a human flying over, it catches, they can get down low enough where they catches the clear enough water that you can see dolphins, you can see seals, you can see all kinds of animals. It's not always sharks. Dolphins, believe it or not, the dolphins in San Diego love to surf. They do. They will go and they will surf with the surfers. They have fun doing it. They enjoy it as well. So there's that. There's that. It was 81 degrees, humidity, sunny where I live. It was awful. Yeah, we don't here we don't generally get like 80%. I mean, we might, because I am close to the ocean, but it doesn't usually feel like that. I mean, I can look at I don't even know what. Let me see if I can. This is an old phone. All right. Let's see if I can get the humidity right now. This is my old phone. Let's see if it will pull up. It's like, I don't want to work for you. Oh, maybe there we go. Um, well, currently it says San Diego is 66 degrees. The rest of the week, we have sunshine. It's cloudy right now. It will probably be cloudy in the mornings, but we have sunshine during the day. And then humidity. Let's see. Oh, well, right now the humidity is 74. So it says it's 74 right here. I know it's backwards, but it says it's 74. So I believe it. I believe it. It's but it doesn't have the same sticky feeling as the South. Just saying. Just saying, Jason. Yes, being from Florida in July, August, and half of September, it gets so humid that my shirts get sick to me tonight. I know. And I have been there. Well, that's a lot of. I remember when I back in 2014, which is like 12 years ago, I went to the Caribbean to Turks and Caicos, and I don't know what the humidity was there. It seemed like it was about 500% because I couldn't believe it. I would, you get in the shower, you take a shower to try to cool off. You get out of the shower, and by the time I wipe dry myself, I am just sweating and sweating, and you're wearing, I mean, I, it was a thing. And you know, my phone says that it's 74% here right now. I'm like, I don't feel that. Yes, I have a fan on me, but it doesn't feel like 74%. It feels like I can breathe all right. When I go to the desert, I do have a problem. I'm still sitting on my pillow. I do have a problem when I go to the desert or the mountains with the dryness of the weather. So, there's that. Um, yeah. Wow. That's okay. All right. So, I mean, I could open up the window now. It's starting. I think the sun has gone down, which is nice. It's kind of pleasant. I got home late from work today, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, let's talk about something else I was thinking about today. Here's something I was thinking about today. What was your first car? Your first car. How did you get it? And what was it? I mean, I can start off. Everyone has a first car story, don't they? Don't they? I got my grandma's, and I was probably, how old would I have been? I was not 16. I was not 17. I was over 18 because I didn't even, in California, you can get your driver permit at 15 and a half. I didn't do that. In California, you can get your driver license at 16. I did not do that because there were always boys that would drive the girls around. So the girls, I didn't care. A lot of my friends, girlfriends had driver license. I did not. I not until I was 18 years old. And I knew I had to because my mom and my brother were getting tired. I had a job. I had a couple of jobs, and my family and friends got tired of driving me to my jobs. And so I had to get a driver license. But then I didn't have a car. So I would ask to borrow cars, which, that doesn't go over well. If you're going to work, it's like, I need to go up. I worked at the mall, right? One of my jobs, I worked at the mall. I worked at a place called Miller's Outpost. Where was the first place you worked? Gosh, dang it. Have you ever done the Alcatraz tour in San Francisco? Yes, Tomcat. I have. I've done it twice. I don't know what it's like now. Both times I did it was in the 80s. Because they gave you a Walkman and a little headset, and you kind of walk through, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Muhammad Abid. Hello, the red dress. There we go. Muhammad Abid, you got your red dress. This is the one that has the Scantron. It's not actually a Scantron, but it looks like it to me, right? But I think it's like cut the fabric there, and that's where all the stems of the flowers must have been. I don't know, it looks weird. And then it looks kind of like, oh, what you doing there? What you doing there with that little thing? My first was a 78 Pontiac fabric. Wow! Lucky you, Tomcat, from a high school graduation present from my parents. Wow! Wow! That's awesome. Muhammad Abid. My first car was a Buick LeSabre 78 cylinder, 8-cylinder. Nice. 400 for it. Bravo, my friend. Bravo, bravo, bravo. You guys both, you guys did much better than I did. My first car, my first, my first car was a sky blue Chevy Malibu Classic that I got from my 92 or 93-year-old grandmother, my father's mother. She only got her driver license at like 84, 85 because she was Mennonite. Oh, the stories, you guys. So there was this, I'll have to find a picture of that flippin' car. Chevy Malibu Classic, sky blue, ugly, ugly AF. Bench seats, the bench seats, 100%. And it was ugly, but it was free. And back in those days, I'm sorry, but back in the 70s, you really didn't care if you had wheels. You were cool. My second car was even more delightful. I'm gonna call you from the internet. What was your first car? Yeah, yeah. I don't know what year it was, but it was a butt ugly Malibu Classic. But, but ugly. So ugly. So ugly. Oh, and then even to top it off, the Malibu Classics were a good car. It was a good car, and it had an enormous trunk. I could have put 2 bodies in there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Miguel, love the necklace. What am I wearing today? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Miguel. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I forgot what I put on. It's been a long day. Mondays are always long and hard for me. Oh, didn't mean to say that. But it's true, but not in the way that you might be interpreting that. Just saying. Your mom, wait, okay, I gotta fix this. Okay, that feels better. My mom's mom had one, a Chevy Malibu Classic. Malibu Classic. It was a good car. It was a good car. It was just it wasn't particularly cool. My first car was a 76 Chevy pickup bought off my dad for 1,500 bucks. Kelly, right on. Right on. You know what? I love the stories of the older cars because they were good. They were good and they didn't conk out on you. I know when I finally got rid of the Chevy Malibu Classic, and I don't even remember. How many years did I have it? Maybe a year or two, right? And it was grandma's car. It was Grandma Goldie, grandma's car. You remember the old drive-in theaters? I do, but you know what, Tomcat? I only went to one. True, true story. I only went to one. I think in my whole life, only went to one drive-in. I mean, who else went to drive-in movies? Did you guys all go to drive-in movies? But you didn't, I hope. Hey there, how you doing? Kendall, Kendall. Good to see you, Kendall. I'm glad you're here. I know I wasn't it's Monday night. I started late and I wasn't sure who would be here. I know there's some sports on television tonight. I don't know if it's probably done by now. So it'll be all over the internet. I basketball, right? Right. I used to sleep in the back seat when I arrived at work too early. Mom made good for you. I used to just recline the chair and then and I would do that at lunch. I would do it at lunch. If I was tired, I would go out to my car, have my little bite, and then just recline the car or recline the seat and take a little nappy, right? I hope you're having a great day. Thank you, Kendall. It's been a good day. It's been a busy day. It's Monday. So for me, Mondays are always busy, but it's a good day. It's a good day, you know, and I'm waiting to find out about the Knicks. Does anyone have any information about the Knicks game? Josh thinking they really are perfect. Oh, David, I did watch from backseat. What? Watch, watch. No, no. I'm like the monkey emoji that's like, no. Oh, good grief. I remember my parents would put the speaker in the front window. Yeah, see, my parents didn't take me to movies. My parents were not really big into being parents. um, if I would have gone to a drive-in movie, it would have been with my auntie, who I live next door to. and she was very into being a parent, and my cousins lived next door to us, and it was 2 girls, my 2 cousin girls, 2 girl cousins. I was the oldest, and then 2 years younger was one, and 2 years below that is the other one. But their mom was really into being a parent and would take us to all the things. My mother didn't. My mother didn't give a hoot. I gotta take this down. It's bugging me. It's bugging me, peeps. Sorry. Um, yeah, my mother didn't have any interest in being a parent, so but that's okay. Um, that's life, right? That's life. So uh she didn't spend any time like taking me to movies. My parents did not spend any time doing Spurs are winning by 7. Okay. 104 left. Oh shoot. Okay. I remember my parents would put this big. Thank you, Tomcat. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna comment on that at all, but I appreciate the update. Muhammad Abid, I went to the drive-in theater with my ex-wife. I got married when I was 19 years old. Oh, you were young. You were young. But it's ex-wife. Sometimes when you get married that young, it doesn't always work out, right? Tomcat, I done the hair. Thank you. Thank you, Tomcat. I yeah, it 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 sometimes is beautiful. It's probably a little mashy right now, but what was life like growing up for you? Was it hard or no, my life was really good. I had a really good life. I had no complaints. I had a really good life. Um, I okay, well, we'll say this. I didn't want for anything. My parents were able to provide everything for me, like financially, but uh not they weren't interested in being parents though. So it was a good thing that I did live next to my cousins and my auntie and their father and my mother were brother and sister or are because they're both still alive. My adoptive mother, see, I was adopted, right? The story, the plot thickens if you haven't um listened to me before. I was adopted as a baby. Wah, wah, wah. Shut up, kid. Yeah. And so, and I know who all the players at this point in my life, I have figured out who all the players in the adoption triad are, right? There's a triangle, beep, and the adoption triad is the adopted child, the birth parents, and the adopted parents. There's all these people involved. Some people don't think so. They think it's just this really simple thing, but it's kind of really complicated. Um, my ex-wife was an opera singer. Oh, oh, lucky you. Just the singer. They're helping me out very well. And Mohammed Abid, just above you, says his ex-wife was an opera singer. Ooh, was she on like the big circuit? Or was she, I don't really know how the opera world works, but I have been to operas and I love, that's pretty cool, Muhammad Abid. David, you're funny, Josh the singer. Uh, ah, wow, wow. Okay, I'm not gonna read all of the comments out loud because, you know, don't need to. You guys have eyeballs. You have eyeballs, right? What time is it? 8:24. It's already getting late. It's already getting late, people. It's already getting late. Who worked today? And who has to work tomorrow? Because I know a bunch of you. Well, I don't know. Tomcat, are you retired? Are you retired? Are you retired? Do you work or are you I mean, you don't have to answer. Absolutely not. Um, I'm just curious. Just curious. Because I know I have to work tomorrow, so I can't stay up too late. So Monday nights are a little tricky for me because they are often my longest work day of the week because I skedaddle out early on Fridays to try to make it ah, here. To try to make my work week more of like a 4-day work week. Like Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday, I will work really hard. Friday, I'll come in and like, boop, 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 boop. Just, I'll work a little bit, but then I'm going to leave early and I'll make up for it on Monday. So I work extra time on, uh, on Monday to make up for the time that I don't work on Friday. So that's why my Mondays are busy. Very, 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 very busy. Yes, retired Navy. Yeah, Tomcat, I knew you were retired Navy, but the reason I asked was because some people after they retire go on and do other jobs or work as civilians for the Navy or they work whatever, they just do other things. So but retired Navy. Yeah, bravo, bravo, sir. Tomcat. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. It's actually, I do appreciate you sharing that. I just love your hair from the back. Only from the back. Only from the back. That's very dominant of you. Wow. Muhammad Abi, yes, we went Italy and Germany, Austria, and she who's singing on big stages increased country. Wow, that's pretty exciting, Muhammad Abib. I would think that would be exciting. I know that Europe is very big on opera and singing, probably more so than a lot of the United States. Just saying. Jason, I have a long day tomorrow. I leave at 8:30 and won't get home till 10 p.m. Yeah. See, that's like Jason, that's like my Mondays. My Monday is just like, whoa. I feel like I'm just getting like fire hosed all day, just like, wow. Hold on, just get through, just get through it. Just get through it. Anyways. Hey, I'm here, Yellow Evil. Hi there, Yellow Evil. I teach PE and coach basketball. See, you still do stuff, right? I think I, you know, I, yeah, I suspected there was something maybe still going on, right? King the Bag. How you doing? Hey, King the Bag. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Live dress. Thank you. The red. Right. Okay. Since you're being nice. There we go. There we go. There's the dress. And right there. That's for that's the dress. I know people were asking for a few days for a red dress. And I wore this one, I don't know, was it a week ago? Maybe. I don't have too many that I haven't already worn, so they will be repeats. Sorry, people. David, night. I have to go to bed. Good night, David. Good night. Wow. Have a good sleep, my friend. Have a good sleep. Tomcat, that picture I sent you is in the gym record. Ah, okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense because the background looked like a gymnasium. So that makes sense. King the bag. Thank you. Thank you. Pretty. How you been doing? I've been doing good. I've been doing good. Thank you. Just staying busy with work and I'm just experimenting with YouTube and having fun with doing shorts and live streams and stuff like that. It's just that's kind of like the fun stuff on the side. When I'm not working, I want to have a little fun with the YouTubes and the interwebs and the people because people are really I mean the live streams are more fun just because of all the cool people. So, you know, you make that just look great. Kelly, thank you. That's very nice of you. Appreciate it. Um, I have learned now to start wearing dresses because people like the dresses. They just don't want just the t-shirts. So I do have, I don't know, for months I was just wearing t-shirts and leggings. And that seemed to be okay. But now that it's getting into summertime and it's getting hotter, I'll tell you, it is getting hotter. And for San Diego, that's saying something. That means it might almost hit 80. And it and that's outside. That's the thing is like it's perfectly fine outside. But if you live in a little place like I live, and you don't have a lot of circulation. Like indoors is way hotter than outdoors. Like outdoors might be, at the heat of the day, like 78 or something like that. But then you come indoors, and if you haven't left a fan on and the windows all open, it can be like 8 or 10 degrees hotter indoors. So Spurs win by 5. The series is now 2-1 New York. Okie dokie. Thank you, Tomcat. Thank you for the update. I really do appreciate that. It's exciting. It is exciting. I think today, well, I'm not going to talk about like what happened with today's game because I don't talk about politics. Don't talk about it. But I think that got in, it was a brain worm. So, Jason, can I judge it? Good grief, Dill. What are you saying, my dude? Don't say stuff like that here, okay? All right. Well, it's been hot in Maryland, but calling for rain over the next few days. King Bag, you're Maryland. You're Maryland. King Bag, you're Maryland. I heard that. I and I think that well, okay, so if it's calling for rain, King Bag in Maryland, does that just mean you're going to get rain? Or does that mean that the humidity then goes like way up? And does that make you like way more uncomfortable? Like, is it like humidity to like, oh, I'm so hot. I'm so hot. It's like everything is sticky and difficult because I've been to Florida, I've been to uh Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina. I've not been to Virginia. I've been to New York, I've been to Pennsylvania, I've been to New Jersey. I have not been to Maryland. So there we go. Good night, Jason. But, but, Muhammad Abid. I worked at Mercedes shop on Santa Monica Boulevard as a mechanic when I was 18 years old. I used to make $600 a week, but it was 9 to 5 job. Sounds about right. Good for you, Muhammad Abid. You know what? Good for you. You were working a good job and learning to be a good person, right? Learning to be a good citizen. I'll bet. Is red your favorite color? No, it's not, King to Bag. It is absolutely not. I get people asking me to wear red, but no, it's not my favorite color. I like earth colors like green and blue and brown and stuff like that. So I do on Friday I wear a green dress. I think that my next live stream, I'll wear green, maybe, or blue, because I feel better in those colors. I know people love the red. They love the red. It's just, I don't love it. So, you know, there you go. Do you believe in subtle flirting or are you a fan of bold moves? I think both. Tomcat. I think both. You're a good question asker. You always have like the deep, not dark, the deep questions. I think both. I think flirting and bold moves. You mix it together, right? I don't like the humidity. I don't like the humidity. 70 degrees is my ideal temperature. I know, King to Bag. Um, Here in San Diego, California, our like medium temperature is like 72 to 74. And that's the bulk I mean, the average temperature year round is probably 72 or 70. So we're very lucky. But we pay for it. Oh yeah, we pay for it. Gotta come to see. Well, thank you, Tomcat. You been swimming yet recently? Um, no. Do you mean in the ocean? The answer for that is no. I have not because the water I don't know if you saw my short today. I put up a short of some awesome waves crashing in on the cliffs. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But the water is still cold. The water is still cold, 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 cold. Um, so maybe when the water get or when the temperature gets hot enough and the water gets a little bit warmer, I'll get in the water. But I love hunter green. Yeah, see, I have I have two green dresses. One is a deep green like that, and the other one, when I bought it, because I bought it online, right? It's the same design as this one, but the color isn't a deep, deep green. I almost wore it today, actually. It's kind of a lighter green, so I'll wear it probably at some point, but it's one of those things where I look at it and I go, when I put it on, I look in the mirror, I'm like, it's not my best look. I mean, the color is just like, mm. I like the deep colors, right? Like deep green, like hunter green, like deep green, deep blue. Um, I have a tank top that's light blue, which I really actually very much like. I might get a dress in that color. You look beautiful in green. Thank you, King to Bag. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Kelly. Oop, took it back. Okay, Kelly, that's fine. Those cliffs were huge. Oh, did you look did you look at that? I know, right? And I was standing on the top of them. But I guess I'm used to it. Some of the I have posted a lot of shorts and some long form video that show all I mean, San Diego has tons and tons and tons of cliffs. So it really depends on what video you're looking at. Um, but most of them are, yes, very like if you're down on the ground, you're like, beep, you're this little person, and the cliff is like this, and you're this little person, beep, and the cliffs are, and sometimes if you don't have a, a person, a human in the picture, in the video, or in the frame, you can't really tell how huge it is. But yes, Tomcat, they are huge. You should do a live stream on the beach sometime. I might. Here's the thing. There are a couple of things about that, and believe me, King to Bag, I have thought about it. Um, Firstly, um, would I get proper cell uh, connection, right? Because here, when I'm at home, I've got my router, and so I know I'm going to have a real clean connection with you, right? Very easy. If I go out into the world, I can go on data mode on my phone because I do everything on my phone. Um, and it, as far as being on the beach, there are places that I could be that were closer to like the city or where I know there's a tower and I could get good connection, right? When you're on the beach, you risk the chance of not having a good uh like Wi-Fi connection. So there's that. Also, okay, so that's two things, right? Was that two or was that one? But there's another concern I have is like if I'm out in public and doing a live stream, I don't want somebody to like dox me and come and like come after me if I'm out live, unless I just did it for like 10 minutes. I thought about doing that when I first started doing live streams. And then somebody who I know who does live streams said, be very careful because this person had been doing live streams much longer than I had. And this person had done some out in the world and said, just be careful because I had some people walk up on me saying, hey, are you so and so from the internet? And getting kind of weird and like, where do you live? What are you doing? Da, 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 and worrying that they're going to follow me or do. People are weird. This is the internet, people. This is the internet, right? So, like making a video like I did recently down at Black's Beach, that's fine because I made that weeks ago and I posted it like several days or a week or a day or something after I made the video. So I was already gone. So nobody could come and like go, "Ah, yeah, I'm gonna be weird with you." And people can be weird. And I just want to protect myself. That's all I'm saying. But King to Bag, that's a long answer to a simple question. But I have thought about it, and I may at some point, but maybe try to keep it in a place where I can get Wi-Fi and can't be doxxed too easily and keep it short. I would love to jump in the ocean right now with that humidity, right? Exactly. I also love the teal blue colors. Yes, that's the like. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. This is a shirt I have. This is just a tank top, but I love this color. Can you see it? I love this color. If I could get a dress I don't know if you can see it in the light. If I could get a dress in this color, that would be awesome. This is just a tank top, right? There we go. But what a great color, right? I love that. Anyways, just saying. I'm gonna look for a dress in that color. So, Kelly, have you played in the O-line tournaments on VSL? I've never played in them. I haven't. Interesting that you know about that. Kelly, do you live in San Diego? Because not a lot of people know about the over the line on Chest Island. It's hugely popular. Hugely popular. You also have to be concerned about background noise and everything. Yeah, there's the noise. It's like there's a list of things that I would have to think about if I'm doing some. I have like when I have a little microphone that I can put, right? Which actually, when I did the video, at Black's Beach, I was wearing this little microphone and it was just like right here on my shirt. My gosh, I was amazed. It sounded like I was doing a voiceover. It was that clear. So, that I'm I'm not as worried about as like getting like cell reception or having a weirdo walk up on me. I don't know. Uh, it's part of the internet thing. The internet is the internet. I don't like to swim in the ocean. I don't like to swim in a river or lake. Okay, I guess that's a personal choice. I have swam in the ocean, a river, and a lake. Um, Not a whole lot more recently. I haven't found a lake or river. I haven't been near a river recently. Recently, I haven't been to a lake where swimming. I know a lot of my shorts have lakes in them, but they are not for swimming. In like so many of the lakes that I have on my shorts, you're not allowed to swim in them because they are well. You're just not allowed to. But I could swim in the ocean. Weirdos, a lot of things always be like, yeah, I'm just gonna be careful. It's just life, life as being a woman. Hmm, you just gotta be careful. Just be careful. Oh yes, the color is awesome. Yeah, this one, isn't that nice? I think that color is your safety. Yes, I agree. Do I fish? Um, I have. I have not lately. But I've been on fishing boats. Uh we have a lot of docks here at the lakes and at the ocean, which again are my shorts, right? I'm not trying to pitch my shorts, um, because they don't, they're just fun that I do. I don't get anything from them. But um yeah, there's a lot of places to fish. I don't have a great interest personally in fishing, but I go with people when they're fishing because there are a lot of people that fish here in San Diego because there's so many bodies of water, a lot of bodies of water, and a lot of fish, oh, a ton of fish. So people are always fishing. Me personally, not really a hunter gatherer. Coronado Island is a great place. Yes, it is. So, Kelly, uh, have it sounds like you've at least been to San Diego. Have you been to San Diego? I think you've been to San Diego. Or you're doing some pretty serious Googling. It's okay. I don't care. You know what? You don't even have to answer it, Kelly. I understand if people want to keep their lives private. This is about me, and I'm not asking other people to like throw themselves under the bus or put out their own personal stuff. I grew up in Southern Cal. Oh, well, well, my dear, welcome home. Welcome home. Me too. Me too. When was the last time someone swept you off your feet? Mm, probably about 6 years ago. But then that same exact person 5 years later dumped me, just ghosted me, just weirdly just ghosted me without any explanation. So, there's that. So there's that. Everyone's got a really sad story. Okay, here, let's tell our saddest, most pathetic stories. Has anyone else been ghosted? I swear to God. What is this with the ghosting thing? I had never even heard that term before, like maybe 10 years ago. You couldn't do that before. I don't know. Live in Oregon now. Oh, right on. Right on. My cousins used to live in Oregon. They're from Southern California. They were from Santa Barbara. Well, first Los Angeles, then Santa Barbara, and then they wound up moving up to Oregon, and they lived in Corvallis for almost 20 years. And then 15 or 18 years ago, they moved back to Santa Barbara. And they are now actually thinking about moving back to Oregon. So, you know, it is what it is. Oregon is awesome. You're lucky, Kelly. That's a beautiful place. Mohammed, yeah, I like ocean because me and my friends used to swim about 3 miles deep in the oh, you'd swim out in the ocean 3 miles and back. That's bold. Holy moly. Holy, 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 holy Muhammad Abi. That's a thing. I don't know anyone who's done that. I mean that seems like horribly dangerous. First of all, because if you got caught in a current 3 miles out, you could get swept like way out to sea. That's really dangerous. But good for you. Good for you. Wow, that's a thing. That's dangerous though. It, do you understand what I'm saying? Like if you swim straight out to sea, is that what you're saying? Or maybe I'm misunderstanding you. Maybe you went out a bit, swam 3 miles, like parallel to the coast. Because people do that when they're training for things, right? They go out, a half a mile and then they swim parallel to the coast. That way, the Coast Guard and everyone is watching you, right? But to swim out 3 miles, shoot, man, you get swept away like, really easily. That's frightening. Could be shot. Yes, 100% Kelly. I wasn't gonna say that. I mean, swept out to sea is bad enough, but get caught in a current and you're exhausted 3 miles and you gotta somehow get back. And it's like, unless you can keep, because I've been out swimming and I've also been out on boats, and you try to keep a point on the coast as your visual, right? But if you get caught in current, even if you have that thing, like that's your visual, you can get pulled, like, by the current and you're trying to swim, but if the current is going faster than you can swim and you don't even you may not even realize you're in a current. Hi, yi, 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 yi. Then you could definitely become a sad headline. So I would say to anyone thinking of doing that, please be careful. When you're younger, you will do crazy things, Mom. Pete, that sounds super crazy. Super crazy. Well, I'm glad you survived it. Riptides are dangerous. Yes, straight up, they are horribly dangerous. If we were a caregiver, what song would you sing to me over? Oh gosh, I can't sing anymore, but um, you know, that's just that's just me. I can't sing karaoke anymore because of my vocal cords. But I love to watch karaoke. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, riptides are dangerous. Oh my gosh, you guys. That was a heavy, heavy whole thought process for sure. Wow. I will. Oh, I was going to tell you the second car I got. You guys curious about the second car I got? My first car was the Chevy Malibu Classic, which was my grandma's. And I upgraded maybe a year or two later to inherit my father's avocado green Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Just saying, avocado green. They only made that in the 70s. And the bonus was that my father was a cigar smoker and he would drive that car to work and drive it home and he would smoke cigars in the car. So above the driver's seat, along the window, there's this big brown, like soaked with soaked with cigar smoke stain, and the car just reeked, and it never went away. I probably had that car for 2 years, um, and it reeked like cigars. But you know what? In kind of a good way, and in an endearing way, because it always made me think of my father. And but it did stink and be every time somebody would get the car, and it was one of those cars, I think it was only a two-door, and so if people wanted to get in the back seat, you had to, like, you open the door and you push the seat forward, and then they have to kind of, like, creep into the back. I love energy when I was young, my friends too. I guess so. Wow, that's some crazy story. That is definitely a crazy story. What would you do if you knew you would not fail? Probably not much. I kind of like the risky things, like not knowing if I'll succeed or fail. If I knew, what would I do if I knew I would not fail? Um, I'm not worried about failing on things. That isn't something that intimidates me. I mean, look at me. I'm on the internet doing this. This is the stupidest thing in the whole world. And look what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, this is madness. This is madness. Um, here's a good one. I would ride horses again. I would get a horse again. Um, but it's not about failing with the horse. I don't want to get hurt. And at my age, if I were to go off a horse, I could break break bones and really hurt myself. So, um, that would be the thing. If I had a guarantee I would not get hurt, then I would ride horses again. But I'm just at my age, I'm like, you know what? I would love to, but you know, horses are, you never know what's going to happen. They're animals and they're huge animals. And if you fall off or something goes wrong, you can get very injured. So that would probably be the thing. That, I mean, not fail, but not get hurt. I'll I'll give you that one. Um, and that would be the fail. It's like, man, I don't want to wind up in, I don't want to wind up in a wheelchair or dead, quite honestly, or just, oop, wait. Um, of course, this always happens right about now. I always forget I should plug this in earlier. Um, so yeah, I love riding horses, but I'm gonna get hurt. Muhammad Abid, how many cars you had in your lifetime? Ma. Okay. The Malibu Classic. I had the Cutlass Supreme. After that, I had a convertible Rabbit Silver. After that, I had a Volkswagen Jetta. After that, I had a Jeep. And since then, I've had a couple more Jeeps. So I don't know how many, six, seven, eight, eight, probably seven or eight. Great answer. It's like I'm trying to find the answer, you know. I don't always know. What you tell me, what would you do? Hey, that's actually a very good question. Everyone out there, what would you do if you knew you wouldn't fail? Right? What would you do? You tell me. I just told you what I would do. I would go ride horses. If I could afford to, I would I would get a horse or two. I would love to get horses and goats and I'd love to have a little animal thing going on. That would be really fun. Kelly, I would take the bar exam and become a lawyer. Ooh, that's a good exam too. Kelly, you know what? I'm gonna ditto your answer. If you knew you couldn't fail. But see, I would still want to know. I would need to study so that I would, no, I don't think I would want to do that one because I would only want to pass if I really was legitimately able on that one. So I take back my answer there on that for the bar exam, but that's a good answer. That's a very, very good answer. I couldn't fail. What would I do if I couldn't fail? Climb a palm tree. You see, well, you guys may not live in a place that has palm trees. But these things are like hundreds of feet high. And there are people that trim the lower, because the palm trees keep growing taller, right? And then there are palm fronds that need to be cut back as the palm tree keeps growing up, right? They keep growing up and up and up and up and up, and the palm fronds sort of hang on. And there are tree trimmers swear is like the boldest thing in the world. If you couldn't feel it, yeah, I would go and I would become one of these flippin' tree trimmers. They have boots on, and on the inside of their boot, there's like this knife, like, here's the boot. And then on the inside of their leg, there's these like two sharp blade things that wrap around their leg. And that's how they climb up the tree. Like both legs have these knife things on the side, like double knives. Then that's how they climb. They wrap their legs around the tree and they climb up with these knife blade things up the tree. And they've got hanging off their hips. It's so badass. Hanging off their hips, they've got like machetes and they've got seriously, chainsaws. And they get up to the top. And I've seen them do it on palm trees. I've seen them do it up in the mountains. You guys have seen me up in the mountains, right? I've seen them do it on pine trees and oak trees and stuff like that. And these guys are such badasses, right? They do these knife things that hold them on, and then they have a strap that's also attached to them that wraps around the tree, and they kind of throw that thing up, and then they climb up with their feet, and they're holding on with this strap thing that's wrapped around their butt. And then when they get to where the branches are that they need to cut up, dude, dude will just be hanging there in limbo off the side of the tree and like pull up the chainsaw and go and just start doing stuff. It is so amazing. I don't know if I could actually do it, but if you can't fail, that's one of probably the most ballsy jobs I think anyone can do if you've ever seen it. And I just think tree trimmers, I'm not talking about doing the shrubs around the front of your house. I'm talking about the dudes that actually climb up the big old trees and do that stuff. That's that I don't know. It's like underwater welding or something like that. I would like to be a doctor if you wouldn't fail. I know. See, like that's like being a lawyer, right? Being a lawyer, being a doctor. But the thing is about those things, I mean, even about being a doctor, how could you go? I mean, depending upon what kind of doctor career you've got, how can you go through your entire career and not fail, right? I mean, it seems like how can someone be perfect? Yeah, see, so going through a career like that would be, for me, it seems like it would be really hard to be perfect. I would think like, how have I not misstepped or done something wrong? I'm not learning anymore. I'm not learning anymore, especially with being like a lawyer or a doctor, because that's how you learn, right? Mm. I suppose even with the tree trimmer guy, that's how you learn. You make mistakes. And I only do the tree trimmer thing is because it's like a dangerous thing, right? I would dedicate my capabilities of writing friction between. Okay, okay, almost said it all out loud. Gotcha though, Tomcat. Gotcha. Logging is really a tough job. Yes, yes, logging, exactly. It's kind of like the guys that work the oil rigs, and that's like really dangerous stuff, right? And then we've all seen, I don't know if it's still on TV because I haven't had cable TV since it's been 10 years since I've had cable TV. Um, I've had streaming stuff on my laptop, but I gave up cable TV 10 years ago. Just on principle. I was just ticked off at my service provider, and I thought, "I'm just gonna cancel it. I'll show them." And I figured, "Well, I'll just get it back in a month or something," and I never did, and it's been 10 years, and I don't even miss it because now everything is streaming anyway, so it's like, why would you I mean, I guess if I know people who have cable and they enjoy it, whatever. I don't I don't I don't I don't need it. I don't care. It is what it is. Logging, yes. I'm gonna be I climbed palm tree when I was a young boy. My sister tried to imitate me and she fell down halfway and dad kicked my butt because my sister oh, well, you're supposed to be lead lead by example, Muhammad Abid. Lead by example, protect your sister. Protect your little sister. Donnell Robinson, good evening, Judge. Good to see you. I'm listening in on the live stream. Hi, Donnell. How are you, my friend? We're babbling about like, okay, the topic is like, what would you do? And Tomcat came up with this. What would you do if you couldn't fail? Like, that's a great question. What would you do? And I'm going to bring this one back up again sometime, Tomcat, because I think they're a really good one. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? Right? It's a really good one. What's a gesture that still makes you swoon no matter your age? A gesture? Swoon? Mm, I don't know, swoon. Let's see. Not sure. Let me think. Sorry, my throat was dry. I can only talk so long and then my throat gets really I can't talk. A gesture that still makes me I don't know, swoon. I think all gestures of kindness I appreciate. I don't know, swoon, but all gestures of kindness. I think that when people just are genuinely kind to other people, um, that warms my heart and makes me happy. And even if I see it among other people, not necessarily directed at me, but if I see somebody being kind to someone else, yeah, it wells me up. So kind of equal to swoon, but it warms me up when I see somebody going out of their way to be kind to somebody that needs some kindness. That will make me gushy and swoony, I guess. I guess so. I would attempt to heal the world like Michael Jackson. Oh, don't tell Robinson. Heal the world. Wow, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Do you guys remember back in, well, who remembers back in the 80s when they did the We Are the World concert, right? Do you guys remember that? How about resting your head on someone's shoulder? Um, sure. If you could get me to like settle down that much to like if I were to go to sleep, yeah. If I'm close with somebody, I will be like I love physical contact. Yes. I don't know, a head on the shoulder. I mean, that's a maybe a thing. But like physical contact, 100%, 100%, 100%. And if it comes in the form of a shoulder, shoulders just are awkward sometimes. That's all I'm saying. Kelly, a hug works for me. There you go. There you go, Kelly. That's right. That's right. Physical contact. People need to be kinder to each other. That's what I'm saying. That's right. There you go, Kelly. Tomcat is Tomcat around the room, Kelly. There he goes. 60. 60. Yes. Ujai Tanti. Yes. 60. You trying to guess my age? Or the temperature of the room? Or how many people in the room? Nope, not so many people in the room. But not even that many likes. So 60 isn't one of those. But 60 is closer to my age. So yes, good for you. Good. Well done, my friend. Well done. Well done. We give you a bravo. We give you a bravo, bravo. We were talking about the things, the most recent conversation we've had, all of these interesting questions that I tell you, Tomcat, you are a conversation starter. I mean, 100% you're better at this than I am. I need you as my like conversation starter. What was your favorite candy back when you were a teen? Oh, I know what mine was. I know what mine was. Okay, question right now from Tomcat, who is the question maker. What was your favorite candy back when you were a teen? I have two. I have one, two. I have two. And one of them still applies, but I haven't had one in over a year. I'm a fellow. I know as my question maker, right? Okay, so what was your platinum player? Hey friend, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Honey candy is best. Oh, honey candy. Well, one of mine, not my number one, but my number two was, you could see it, it was spelled forwards and backwards. And it was called an Abba Zaba. That was my number two. But my number one candy when I was a kid, and still is my number one today, is drum roll, Reese's. I'm sorry, you got your chocolate in my peanut butter. Hey, you got your peanut butter on my chocolate. Remember when you had the two people coming around the building and there was a TV commercial and they bump into each other, and one of them has a chocolate bar, the other one, for some reason, is walking down the street with an open jar of peanut butter. Commercials back in the 70s or the whatever. Chocolate bar falls, the two people collide, the chocolate bar falls in the peanut butter. And that was the Reese's commercial. Hey, you got your chocolate on my peanut butter. Hey, you got your peanut butter on my chocolate. Who remembers that? Come on. I can't be the only one that remembers that. Mine was a Heath bar. Ooh, Heath bar. Good one. Toffee. Toffee covered in chocolate. Yep. That was high on my list for sure. The Heath bar. Still number 47. I don't know what you're talking about there with Unjai Tanti. Still number 47. Not sure what that means. Um, I love the Mary Janes. Well, Mary Janes were two things when I was growing up. Mary Janes were shoes. There were shoes that were called Mary Janes that girls wore, and which were like patent leather little shoes with a strap over them that little girls would wear. And the second thing that Mary Jane meant when I was young, Mary Jane was another word for cannabis. So I don't know what the candy is, so you're gonna have to help me, Tomcat, with, like, a candy called Mary Jane? I don't that one I don't know. I remember that. Oh, Kelly remembers too, and weed. That's what I mean, Mary Jane. We used to use that term, Mary Jane, for cannabis, and back in the 70s, Mary Jane was like a spleef or a or a joint or Mary Jane or the green or all the things. Also, the atomic fireball. Wait a minute. That, okay, it's coming back. The atomic fireball. Tell me if this is what I'm remembering about the atomic, oh, net. Atomic fireball was like a ball of chocolate, right? And inside of it was like really spicy cinnamon liquid, and then it was a chocolate ball that had spicy cinnamon liquid in it, right? So when you bite into it, it was like, ooh, it's kind of a fireball, right? Also, Kelly MJ, like Michael Jackson. Tomcat. No, it was a cinnamon jawbreaker. Oh, a jawbreaker. Okay, but I do remember the cinnamon part. It seems like I remembered it, but I guess I was wrong about the chocolate on the outside. It was a jawbreaker. Okay, I believe you. I believe you because it was something like that would not have been my favorite. I was always a chocolate person. Uh, so Kit Kats. I loved Kit Kats. I still love Kit Kats. I don't eat. Last year, I went on a kick, a kick of cutting back on carbs and sugar and processed foods. Boring. I did that at the beginning of July last year, so it's been like over 11 months. It's almost been a full year. And I have eaten some carbs. In fact, today I ate some carbs. Um, and some sugar in a sauce because sauces have a lot of sugar in them. And I had some sauce. But uh, mm, uh, mm, I like to eat the cactus fruit. You can only find it in a Mexican restaurant. Oh, Mohammed Abid. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. The cactus fruit at Mexican restaurants. I haven't had that in a long time. And of course, the original sweet tarts. Oh, yeah, sweet tarts. Yep, yep, yep. They're like sour, right? Love those. They're sweet and tart, right? They're sour. And they were all different colors. And they're little like pebbles almost, right? The size and the shape of them is like almost like little pebbles. Seems like it. If I remember correctly, right? Stephen Whiteside. Good evening, Stephen Whiteside. We were just reminiscing, Stephen, about candies that we loved when we were kids. We have been going down a bit of a rabbit hole tonight about cars and I don't know, all the things. What else we talked about? Oh, jobs. Holy moly. And what could we do if we wouldn't fail? If there was no way we would fail. But right now we're talking about, I think that was more interesting, actually. what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? I think that was the top conversation tonight, quite honestly. What was your number go-to breakfast cereal as a kid? What did I want to eat or what was I allowed to eat? Everyone has to answer, and there's only like a couple of people in here, so everyone has to answer. Mine was Captain. Oh, me too, if I was allowed to. So I never had that at my own home. No, wasn't even allowed in the house. Nothing that was a sugary cereal was allowed in my house. The sweetest cereal I was allowed to have would be cornflakes. But as I've mentioned before, my cousins lived right next door to us, and their mother had Lucky Charms and Captain Crunch and Count Chocula and all the cereals. So I would go there, and I loved Captain Crunch to this day. If I'm going to eat a sweet cereal, I don't do that stuff anymore though, because I think I just like clog up my arteries and like tip over. I'm just too freaking old. You gotta let Captain Crunch soak a bit. Yes, they have to get the first few bites are too hard, right? Once you get about halfway through the bowl, then they start getting softer, but you don't want them soggy like the last few bites in the bowl that have been in there for 5 minutes. Those are too soggy and they're gross. The middle ones, it's those middle ones that are the most delicious. I think corn pops. Yes, Kelly, corn pops. Corn pops. Very good. Oh, and you know what? Here's what I'm gonna step outside the box and say both Captain Crunch and Corn Pops are especially good, even just eating them out of the box, like no milk, just like you're on the couch and you're watching a movie and you don't want popcorn, but you want something sweet. Oh yeah, Corn Pops or Captain Crunch out of the box, just eating them. Maybe it's just me, but yes, Raisin Bran was also good. Yeah, see, I was like the stuff my mother would think was sweet, and she's like, "Well, I'll let you have that." We used to call it Captain. What did you say? Captain Crapton. I just said Crapton. Just saying. Captain Canker. Oh, like, 'cause you'd get, like yeah, you'd get, like, sores in your mouth from eating, like, Captain Crunch, right? Because it would, like, kind of tear up the inside of the mouth. That's true, because if you didn't have it soaked in the milk long enough, it was, like, rough on the inside of the mouth. I love the original Rice Krispies. Yes, loved the Rice yes, loved the Rice Krispies, and I was a big advocate and producer of the Rice Krispie Squares. Yes, yes, yes. I made those so often. Yeah, and I think the only ingredients in that were Rice Krispies, marshmallows, and butter. Is that it? I think that's all. You melt the butter and the marshmallows and you stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it, and then you add the Rice Krispies. And while they're still gooey, you had to put them in the dish and press them out and then let them just sit out. Or I don't know, did we put them in the fridge? I can't remember. Or if we just let them sit out. I think we just let them sit out. I don't think we had to put them in the fridge. You will be a good kindergarten teacher, Muhammad Abid. You know what, Muhammad Abid? I have already been a parent. So that's probably all my children are grown up. They're all adults. So That's probably why I come across as somebody who would do a lot of childish things, because I am good. Great snacks, yes, yes, yes. I love doing stuff with kids and yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, but my kids are all adults now. But I did go through all those phases. So I went through it all when I was a kid, and then when my kids were all growing up, all 27 of them. Oh, so many kids. 27 is a lot. It's a lot. 27 kids. I know. But we did all the things growing up. You know, we made cookies, we made Rice Krispie squares, we did all the things. We even had chickens. We did all the things. Anyways. Anyways, nothing better than Saturday morning cartoons and a ball of I agree with you, Tomcat, for sure. Have a good night, beautiful lady. Hope to drop in your new stream. Thank you, Kelly. I hope you do come back. I do. You've been a lovely addition. 100%. Do you like Cracker Jack? I do. It is. It's very good. Thank you. And we used to get those at the movie theater, the Cracker Jack, right? Okay, you guys. I, like Kelly, am going to need to call it a night because it's getting late on my clock here and I have to go to work tomorrow. So I will be back and I hope I get to see you all soon. Thank you, Tomcat, and thank you, Muhammad Abid, and thank you, David, if you're still there watching, for being my moderators tonight. I love you guys, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Either tomorrow or Wednesday, I'll post something. Love ya.